Back again with another Arbitrum ecosystem update. As usual, guys, nothing in this video is financial advice, and everything I say is my opinion, and my opinion alone. Let's jump right into it. First tweet today is by Sanko Game Corp. They say, announcement, the Sanko chain testnet faucet is now live. Developers and users can now mint test DMT tokens to trial their applications on DMT testnet, powered by DMT. Very exciting news coming out of the Sanko community. If you guys don't know, Sanko is essentially a mix of like an arcade-esque app, a gaming app essentially, as well as a live streaming platform. That's Sanko.tv. I've actually live streamed on there myself. Pretty nice platform. A mix of social-fi in there as well. But very excited to see that their Orbit chain, which is an Arbitrum layer 3, is now live on testnet with the native token being DMT. This is actually the token used for fees on the Sanko chain, which is pretty cool. I could be wrong, but this might be one of the first blockchains, Arbitrum Orbital 3s out there that actually has live custom gas fee token support. So, obviously in this case, most of us know that if you're using a layer 2, layer 3, ETH is usually the token that you have to use for gas, because obviously these blockchains are built on top of Ethereum. In this case, because they're using the Arbitrum stack or Arbitrum Orbit, you can actually use custom gas fee tokens instead of ETH for fees of the network. And in this case, I think they're using DMT. I could be wrong, but if they are, that's pretty awesome. I think that's pretty cool. But shout out to Sanko. Again, big fan of what they're building over there, and really excited to see what mainnet looks like for them. I think I saw somewhere along the lines that they're launching it in I want to say February, March, maybe even April. Wide timeline, but if they do launch mainnet, then you guys will be the first to know, because obviously I'll make sure to make a video on it. But yeah, shout outs to the Sanko crew. Big fans of what they're doing over there. All right, tweet by your boy today. I say that the Orbit chain ecosystem is going to be massive, not including those building in stealth. There are over 20, and actually what I should say here is about over 23 Orbit chains being spun up. Live is currently Zai, Rari Chain, ParallelFi, Derry, and Kinto. You have Frame on testnet launching in 2 days. Sanko Game Corp, obviously we just spoke about them. There's Winner Protocol, which is kind of like a gambling kind of degen platform. Doge Elon Mars, which is like a meme coin. Nitrogen by Altlayer, Vive, Polychain, Alpha Dune. And then you have a list of the announced ones that includes Superposition, Hytopia, Cometh, Phoenix, Our Song, Fiefdom, Hook Protocol, Cinder, and Lumaterra, as well as Meloria, actually. I got the tag wrong over there. This list is inclusive of L2s and L3s, and as I mentioned here, there are tons more building in stealth and some that have yet to announce. But in 2024, we will all orbit together. Very exciting announcement here. This isn't even an announcement, this is just me tweeting. But I figured I'd put out kind of an update tweet, because actually 5 months ago, I sent out a similar tweet, but there were only 5 of them that I included in it, because I think this was actually the current list at the time. It's kind of crazy to kind of go back now and see so many teams building on it. A ton in mainnet and a ton coming. Very exciting times. 2024, like I said, I think is going to be huge for the Orbit chain ecosystem. Next, we have a tweet from Franklin over at Pantera. I want to say this is Pantera, right? Yeah, Pantera. Franklin says, 3 years ago, Arbitrum launched the first full demo of DeFi on Layer 2. Today, Arbitrum is the home of DeFi. Only 5 years since we partnered with Steven, Ed, and Harry to seed Offchain Labs. The real work is just starting. Powered by Arbitrum. Very, very nice tweet here by Franklin. This is kind of just like a nod to the early days of Arbitrum. This is back when I joined, not 5 years ago, I should say, but back when I joined, it was before Arbitrum 1 launched, and I was kind of essentially the second or third non-engineer on the team, about 13 people. Your boy was pretty early, building the community from day one. And yeah, no, DeFi has always been very, very heavy on Arbitrum. Even before launch, we had a good lineup of teams. All of them were pretty much all DeFi at the time, launching, with day one support for Arbitrum 1. And obviously, fast forward to today, Arbitrum is known for a lot more than just DeFi, which is awesome, right? Gaming is definitely one of the categories that's coming up very, very, I would say very quickly, to be honest. I mean, a lot of games have already chosen to move from different chains on over to Arbitrum, just because of the of how amazing the chain works for most teams. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised too if a lot of it is actually some of the BD and the partnerships that they've made, in making the move to Arbitrum. So, shout outs to Franklin for that tweet. It's always nice to kind of look back, and like just, I don't know, I guess kind of compare like the environment way back when to now. And in crypto, 5 years is an eternity. But yeah, no, 3 years ago, that was technically, when I was kind of exploring the L2 space too, which is pretty nice. We have a tweet here by DeFi Dad. DeFi Dad says, I didn't realize all the games building on Arbitrum. Any recommendations for teams you're following? And then he goes ahead and tags the portal, the Arbitrum portal, where you can actually go ahead and take a look at all the games currently building, at least in public, on Arbitrum. As I mentioned, tons of games already building. And, it's funny. I literally just said the gaming portion before. I should have waited for this tweet. But I'll just add on here as a last aside that, I think like other than having more than one solution for games, because in this case we have Arbitrum One, Arbitrum Nova, as well as just if games want to build their own chain, they can build an Arbitrum Orbit chain with any kind of modular stack that they want, modular choices that they want. I think other than like the technical kind of optionality that they have when deploying, I really do think that the support and the sheer like kind of like partner dedication that comes from within the Arbitrum ecosystem is really unmatched anywhere. I hear a lot about Polygon having the best BD in the industry because they have like the biggest brand names kind of deploying there. When in all reality, I think if you don't already know, it's money. It's not BD. That's the way you usually get like very, very big brands like the Instagrams, for example, to deploy. And I think that one I think they ended up like dropping that relationship anyways, right? So, it's funny because I've said this many times before, but being an outsider, not working in a protocol, like when I used to make content creation, when I used to do content creation 3 years ago, you have a lot. You don't have as much insight on how things work until you join a team where you are speaking with these big companies and you are kind of, seeing how kind of your competitors or even other kind of people in your field approach some of these relationships. Because a lot of them, unfortunately, are not relationships. They're just money, which is, it's crypto, right? But money's going everywhere here. But I do think, and that's something I think I've been proud of, at least being here at Offchain Labs, is that, I think relationships is like key, is number one. Everything comes afterwards. In all reality, like that's how you create sustainable ecosystems and an environment that will grow without you. And that's why I think Arbitrum will forever succeed, because I think we've set it up from day one to be that ecosystem that really doesn't need Offchain Labs or fucking even the Arbitrum Foundation. I'd argue probably did, they probably don't even need the foundation to a certain extent. Long term, I should say. But with the DAO having a mind of its own, I do look forward to see even more proposals coming out of that, especially ones that might be gaming focused and related, because definitely the gaming industry, especially within crypto, the gaming field is very saturated. I think there's a lot of optionality that games have when deploying, and I get it. It's tough to pick a chain that you want because there's a lot of games deploying everywhere. To be honest, obviously there's a lot of games deploying on Arbitrum, of course, but I'd be lying to you if I said that the other chains weren't getting any games going there either, right? But yeah, nonetheless, we'll end it there. As usual, guys, before I end off, I should say, take a look at Beneath the Layers, a community-focused show dedicated to showcasing entrepreneurs in Web3 and telling their stories. Hosted by your boy. As usual, you can watch the podcast on YouTube, I think Spotify, Apple, as well as on Twitter. Actually, you can watch it right here. I upload the full episode over here. But yeah, that being said, guys, thank you guys for watching as usual, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.